Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Melissa Souza, and I am the Senior Wellness Coordinator in the Athletics and Recreation Department. Thank you for joining me for today's Be Well Live on Wellness Week. It's our final day, actually, sadly, and our theme today is take a moment to nourish your body. So I decided to nourish my body with some salmon. When I think of nourishing my body, I think of healthy foods, and I can't think of a healthier food than a lovely piece of salmon. So salmon is high in protein, but it is also high in omega-3 fatty acids, which can help us with brain function. It can also reduce heart disease, and it can also help fight inflammation in the body. So I definitely would call this a superfood, and we're gonna make a super simple recipe today. It's called salmon en papillote, and all that means is that it's in paper. So it sounds fancy and it kind of looks fancy, but it's one of those super simple recipes that if you try to make for others, everyone's super impressed. So let me show you how to impress others with something that's super healthy to nourish your body today. So grab yourself some parchment paper. Make sure it's not wax paper, that can get super messy. You are going to set your oven at 450 to preheat. And all you're gonna do is cut yourself a nice rectangle to make our en papillote, or our paper seal. So I just use scissors. Typically I would have just ripped that right off if I wasn't making this nice for you guys, but you're just looking for a rectangular piece of parchment paper, and I'm gonna fold this once just to get a crease so I know where center is. And I'm just folding it over here just so that you don't really need to see. I'll show you, pick it up. It's just folded over in half, and then once we put our fish in, it's gonna go into the center. So what we're gonna do is start off with putting our salmon on first into the center, and I'm gonna move this so that you can see what we're doing. So we're gonna take our parchment paper, we're just gonna drop our salmon into the center of that parchment paper, and then we're gonna take, you can take herbs, salt, you wanna obviously season it. So I season the fish directly. So this is just some salt. This is sea salt. I'm taking a couple pinches here and sprinkling some on top to season our fish. I also love cracked black pepper, fresh black pepper on top of my fish. I've brought in some parsley flakes because that's just dried parsley, and I just like the way it looks. I don't taste it, but it just looks fancy to me, and it always looks cute. And sometimes I put in this recipe some green onion. You can do that as well, where you just slice the green pieces nice and like slivered, but I decided today to kind of make it a more simple recipe, and this is with of course, my other favorite is dried chives. So it adds a little bit of flavor, adds some green too along with that parsley, but the parsley doesn't really add any flavor. Then all you're gonna do is take some fresh lemon slices, and we're gonna throw that right on top of our salmon there. And here's where it gets fun. You can add your own veggies, you can leave it as is and just cook your protein that way. You can do chicken, by the way, as well. Doesn't have to be fish, but any fish would do. I've grabbed my favorite with fish, especially salmon, some asparagus tips. So little thing with asparagus is when you're starting off with your bunch and you're not sure where the woody ends go, if you just kind of bend it and see where it naturally snaps, you want to get rid of this woody end. Not so nice to gnaw on. You'll feel like a rabbit. So once you get that, all you can do, or all you need to do, is line up your spears here, and then I take my knife and I chop down that line, and I get rid of my woody ends, and I'm gonna add about 5 to 6 spears, and you just place them on top, okay? And now what you're going to do is drizzle some olive oil on top, and mine is too far for me to grab, but that's literally all you do. Drizzle a wee bit of olive oil on top, and then we're gonna do our fold. So this is the big piece, right? You wanna see how we do this, because what we're doing is we're creating a seal for our salmon. So you wanna make sure that the ends are nice and sealed. Sorry, I put this too far back there. Because what you're doing essentially is steaming, and steaming is a nice complement for fish. You're gonna get a nice moist piece of fish every time. Sometimes salmon can be finicky when you cook it. So you just take a fold here. I fold down my whole other end here at the top, and then I start in the corners. So you start doing a fold, and then you fold again, and you fold again, and you just keep folding and keep these ends nice and tight as you can, because again, what you're trying to do is trap that steam inside, right? So you go all the way around here. You can start on another corner as well and then have it meet, but I find this as the easiest way. So you just keep folding over, and again, making on papillote. So it is a cooking style. Again, it doesn't have to be salmon. You can have any sort of fish in here. You can also do a nice cut of chicken. Just be mindful that chicken takes longer. It won't be as long as this. And I would actually butterfly a chicken breast if I was gonna do it that way. Only because you'd wanna make sure that the chicken was done on time at the same time as your veggies. So you wanna make sure that you're using the correct vegetables. So you can use different veggies, but you don't want a veggie that takes way longer than 10 to 12 minutes, because that's how long our salmon is gonna take. So here's our beautiful little papillote once we finished putting it all together and folding. So all you're gonna do from here, again, there's the oven set at 450. You're gonna pop it on top of a cooking pan or a baking sheet, and that's it. You put it in there for 10 to 12 minutes. Once you see the top of the papillote start to puff up, your salmon's ready to go. So you're gonna pull it out of the oven, and then you're gonna place this on a plate as is. And that's the beautiful part, is that once it's open, the steam comes out, and it's beautiful. You know what, I forgot to add on my dill. You can add on anything that you want. I have lots of dill, fresh dill here as well. So nice with salmon, that's why I brought it. It's like a whole tree here. You can use any sort of mixture. You can pickle some red onion, is also nice, with lime, and put that on the bottom of your salmon. Just another twist to this recipe. Try it, see what you like. Do what you like with the recipe. It's a base, right? And then you add your favorite veggies and your favorite herbs. One of the things that I like as a side to this, once you've done this, is to just boil some baby new potatoes. I like these new mixed gems. They're just red, yellow, and purple potatoes. And they're a really lovely side to this. So is a nice pilaf, a rice pilaf. Any kind of rice would be lovely with this dish too. So I hope that next time salmon's on your list of things to buy at the grocery store, that maybe you'll give this salmon on papillote recipe a try. Again, 10 to 12 minutes in the oven and you're good to go. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope that everybody's enjoyed Wellness Week. Again, please take a moment today to nourish your body, put good things inside, and feel good. Have a great day. Take good care. Bye.